recently seen Hot Ones. This is the series where celebrities eat chicken wings and level up the heat with each bite. Today, we're swapping wings for cocktails to see how much heat we can handle.
Yes, and here to spice things up, our cocktail game is hospitality expert, Christina Veira. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me back.
Okay, so Christina, I like hot stuff and I like a drink every once in a while. Why should we combine the two, spice and a little bit of a libation?
Yeah, so when it comes to cocktails, it's all about balance, and people often talk about sweetness or they talk about sour. The ethanol in alcohol can add a lot of bittering notes, so anything else that you do really helps, and with spice, it can add a lot of excitement. It can really wake up your palate.
Okay, well, adding spice, I feel like, is a bit more complex than just simply adding a few dashes of hot sauce to a drink. So what do we need to consider if we're gonna try this?
You need to consider the body. If you're using hot sauce, that adds other flavors too. Sometimes it adds more vinegar, sometimes it adds more mango or fruit. You need to consider the strength, and you also need to consider things like if there's carbonation, it usually makes it feel spicier.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I did not know that. All right, so we're gonna start nice and easy, right? So we're gonna have a little bit of a spice. We're gonna have a chili syrup to our first drink. Walk us through this.
Yes, so for this one, we use some of these dried chilies, so like puya, guajillo, mulata chilies. These are like more flavorful chilies, mostly in Central America and Mexico. They're not a lot of heat, so that's where we're just gonna get a little bit more of the flavor of chilies rather than like that spice.
All right, so we're starting off with a kickin' mule.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound nice and easy, Christina. So tell us what's in this drink.
All right, so the kickin' mule, we're using mezcal as our base, which will give a little bit of some of those like earthy notes to it as well. We're using Old Jamaican ginger beer, which is one of those spicier ginger beers that you can buy just at your local grocery store. A little bit of lime, and of course our chili syrup.
I'm so nervous, and y'all are watching so quietly. I'm like,
No, it's good. It's totally
I'm
good.
more nervous for you than I am for me.
Come on. No, it's fine.
Listen, the milk is on the table for you. It's not here for me.
It's true. This is nice. It's got the ginger itself has that kind of like kick in the back of your throat, and
It's
so this
easy.
just adds. It's very easy. It's lovely.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Okay.
This is good.
We're chilling.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna level things up a little bit with a fire tincture. So this sounds a bit intense.
Yeah.
Let us know if we should I be scared? Yeah?
So we're gonna feel this one a bit
She
more.
didn't answer
Okay,
that. She didn't answer that.
So we're using Scrappy's fire tincture, which is distilled, so it's not gonna add a lot of body or other flavor other than the chili. This is mostly habaneros, including fresh habaneros. So we're looking at the 150 to 300,000 on this Scoville. We just added a couple though, so that's what we're using to get spices from.
Okay, so you've used a tincture to make the fire martini. So tell us about this.
Yeah, so we have Belvedere, which is a bit of a richer vodka. So we're doing a vodka martini. It's a little bit wet with our Blanco vermouth. Okay. And then I added 4 dashes of the fire tincture. We're just garnishing it now with a little bit of a chili.
It's good.
Yeah.
I don't feel anything yet.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry for you? Okay.
Continue.
Your olive also has a little pepper stuffed in it as well.
I see that.
Should we eat the olive?
I don't know.
The olive. It's up to you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Because the heat hasn't hit me yet. Am I crazy?
No.
Okay, all right.
Maybe.
So we're actually gonna, you know what, I'll eat this afterwards because we're gonna turn things up another notch. All right, so what's the heat in this next drink?
All right, so we have 2 things that are heating up this next drink. We're using jerk sauce, which we infused into our whiskey. And we're also using this Nerpies, which is a local producer, very hot sauce. So we're using hot sauce mostly.
All right, so you've taken a classic Canadian cocktail and spiced it up. Talk to us about the Caesar Caliente.
All right. So again, we have our jerk-infused Canadian whiskey.
Ooh,
I like to add a little bit of Jaeger to the Caesar, so it adds a bit of herbaceousness. It's a little bit of vermouth. We have clam juice, tomato juice, and again, we have the hot sauce, and we have the jerk seasoning. Lastly, there's a little bit of a spicy bean.
What's wrong with me?
So oddly, I don't think I find this one as spicy as the last one. Oh, maybe I do.
So the thing with that one is that this has a lot more fruits and different
Are you going
things
for the
in
milk?
it.
She poured. Okay.
I feel like a baby. Okay, so sorry. Why? What this is.
It's fuller, so we have more texture, and the texture helps balance out the spice. So that's why it doesn't feel as spicy as something that's basically like vodka and spice, right?
Okay.
All right. So how did you infuse the whiskey with the jerk seasoning?
I just combined it and let it sit for 6 hours, and then I strained it back out.
Okay.
So you can just do it as shots.
Okay. All right.
Or you
can
can do it as shots.
Yeah. I can do it as shots. She can't do it as shots.
Andrea, did you bring your fan?
Yeah. It's back.
I'm kidding. Okay, we're gonna crank things up to the max. It's called an Inferno margarita. So how much much heat for real is coming our way?
So this will be the spiciest one, which I think will be a lot for you, and we'll see where you're at.
I'm still waiting for the heat. I'm okay.
But yeah, so for this one, we are using two things again. We're using another hot sauce, but instead we use this hot sauce and we infuse it into an agave syrup. And then we are also using this Disco Inferno liquid heat, and that's very similar, but even spicier. It has more bird's eye chilies and such. So think like this, but with a few other different chilies in the mix.
I'm sorry, I'm so distracted by Cynthia's face right now.
I'm in my own little world. Go on.
Okay, so those two
we
are
try
what's
this?
next.
Oh,
Yeah.
should we take a sip?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the hottest one.
Yeah, so it's based off like a Tommy's margarita where you use agave, but we spice up the agave instead of just using.
Again, it seems fine to begin with, and then it just kind of hits you.
I gotta talk to my doctor because I'm really like, I'm okay.
My
It tastes
nose
really
is
good, though.
running
It's-
now.
Your nose is running.
My nose is running.
I like it. You know what? It gives a full body taste because I don't drink a lot of alcohol, but I do like spicy, and maybe that's what it is. I love it.
I
So-
love it. I love it. I can't imagine doing an entire night on a date. I would be like.
And this Bodhi hot sauce, which is another local producer, it has a lot of fruit notes. So that's why sometimes if you have a lot of flavor, you don't focus on the heat because it feels rounder.
It feels really good. It does feel very round. All right. So, and you use Don Julio tequila. Why was that your choice?
Yeah, so I wanted to, again, like highlight some of the fruit notes, add in some like more of the florality, a little bit of a brightness, give you guys a little bit of a premium experience if you're gonna be burning out your taste buds.
Okay. So is there anything else you could do with the hot sauce that is infused agave?
Yeah, so you can put it on top of pizza, similar to hot honey. You can use it in a salad dressing. You can kind of use it anywhere if you like spicy sweet.
Okay.
All right. Well, Christina, thank you so much for blowing out Cynthia's taste buds and setting our mouths on fire.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.